Hi guys, Colesy, and today we're going to be looking at a webcam that I have been sent, which is very interesting to me. It may be your go-to webcam for content creation. Here we have the Emeet streaming webcam S800. They kindly sent me over this to take a look at. It's 4K, 30 FPS. It'll do 1080p at 60 FPS. It is HDR, has autofocus, has 2 microphones. We have some comparisons to work against, and obviously I have my general DSLR, which I'm using now, which is my go-to camera. I'm intrigued to see how good this camera can be. So this camera currently, if I look on the website, which I have open here, is £105 on the Emeet website, and I will put a link in the description to that. So we're going to have a look at it, compare it against a couple of other webcams that I have here and my camera, and just see what we think to it. So first things first, we need to unbox this thing. Hello, hello. Aha! I spy a camera. Here we have the camera, Emeet 4K UHD. It is the S800, like I said. It has a 4x zoom. It has like a little privacy thing that we can close and open. You can see that. Oh, don't want you to see me. Oh, now you can see me. Don't want you to see me. Now you can. Oh, a little bit. No. Okay, stop playing with that. It has a mount here that we could screw into a tripod, standard mount. And it also has the classic clip on top of a monitor, which we'll probably just use that today because I have the other 2 webcams set up on top of the monitor here. USB-C in the back, we can see there, which is handy and nice, and we like it. It says caution hot, so this thing might get a bit warm apparently. Seems to have an array of microphones along the bottom here if we want to use that. And we will test out the microphone quality of this camera. We all know if you're making content, if you're streaming, you want to kind of have a dedicated microphone, but it's always nice to hear how good quality the cameras can make their microphones too. I assume in this little box here we have a cable. We do have a cable. It is USB to USB-C. And we have a little guide here, a little guide. I'll take a quick look through the guide, but in reality, it should be pretty plug and play. How to install the webcam, put it on a tripod, put it in, how to use the privacy protector, yeah, how to connect it, plug it in. Like I said, pretty simple to set up a webcam. They're pretty plug and play. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to mount this on the monitor. Going to plug this in, going to set it up. So I'm going to try and set this up kind of directly below my camera to give the closest comparison. It's in the PC. It's there. I will now add it to OBS, which is very easy. We just go and add a new video capture device. We go down to the Emeet SmartCam S800. This is the Emeet StreamCam. Hello, you're right there. Hello. I will say it's done a good job of detecting me and recreating my lighting in the background. It's got the nice purple colors, which some cameras don't really get. But my skin tone looks a little bit off. So if we go configure video, now we've got some settings that we can play around with in terms of brightness, like woo, 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 woo. That's horrible. Don't do that. I mean, we can zoom. Hello, hello, hello. Look at me zooming. Look at me zooming. Ooh, that's, change my color. I am literally just messing around now. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, so I've did a little bit of fiddling around with the camera control to try and get the colors kind of balanced in a little bit. And I think that's a lot better. I think that looks pretty good. It's got quite a wide angle. So what? We're going from like, we're going right from here to over here, which is a pretty wide angle. I mean, if I do my camera, that's kind of comparable. Angle wise, the angle that we're looking at. The 60 FPS seems really super smooth. That's really nice. It's done a good job. So to give it the fairest comparison, comparing against this DSLR camera, which is probably at least 4 times the price, probably isn't the most apples to apples comparison. So I've got a couple of other webcams up here. They're both Logitech cameras. I'm going to turn off my DSLR. I'm going to stop that. And we're going to check some other cameras. So we'll start off with the C920, which is a very classic camera. It's probably a little bit old now. These cameras are sat next to each other. Like the C920's here and S800 here from Emeet. Oh, that was a great... Did you see the focus on that? Did you see how quick that focused? That was impressive. Here you can see a clear comparison. And clearly, I think we can all agree that the Emeet looks better here, right? The color reproduction is much better. It's kind of blown out on the C920 and it's a bit grainier. The blacks aren't as black. It's a very much lighter scene. I don't know why it's done it like that. The S800 can go up to 4K, which we will check in a little bit. I'll do a little bit of 4K recording, but this is at 1080p 60 FPS because 4K only goes up to 30 FPS, which is nice if you want high resolution. I prefer the smoothness of a 60 FPS, and for streaming as well. If you're going to have a little webcam in the corner, to me, it being 4K doesn't really matter as much. I'm looking at the camera. I'm sorry, I forget. I'm so used to looking at my camera that I'm not looking at the cameras that are recording me. It's weird how these cameras are sat next to each other. Like between the lenses, I've got like my pinky and look. Dude, that will focus real close. Maybe we should do a quick focus challenge between the two as well. Just because I've just noticed that's the thing. Okay, well, I fiddled around with the C920 a little bit to try and get it not so bright, but it's definitely missing a lot more. If you look at the background up here, next to Snorlax and stuff, you can see like the brickwork and the light shining. Now, this is still focusing on that, whereas the C920 is kind of, it's missing that detail. Let's give them a quick focus test. What can I, all right, okay, I've got some thermal compound here. And if I can put it kind of directly at both of them. Dude, that focuses so quickly. Look how quickly So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the box into kind of vision of both of them so they can both try and focus on the same thing. I reckon the Emeet got there quicker. Okay, well that's versus the C920. As I've said, older webcam. Let's try it against the StreamCam now. Again with this Logitech camera, it seems to be very bright straight off the bat. It's a brighter camera. The angle's a bit different. It's kind of, it can see more this way for definite, but it's not as far this way. Maybe I just need to turn it. The angles are kind of similar. I'm just going to go with that. Okay, and we'll go with that. We'll go with that. Okie dokie. So this is the StreamCam. And again, I think the Emeet, it's got a sharpness to it the Logitech doesn't have. Again, a lot of this is just me experimenting, and given more time, I would experiment more with this. Because we can go real sharp on it, and it looks horrible. We don't want to do that. Oh! Oh! Oh, I did a thing! Oh, I shouldn't have done that. No, take that away. Oh! Why do I look like the spawn of Satan? I've messed with it, and I shouldn't have. Okay, having played around a little bit with Emeet's software, I've kind of dialed in everything a little bit more. I still haven't spent ages and ages dialing it in, but I'm pretty happy with how this looks. I mean, it's a pretty impressive webcam. It is. Compare it to something like the C920, it's 1,000 years better. Compare it to the StreamCam, I think it's closer in comparison. And compare it to like the DSLR that I'm using, right? This camera is doing a very good reproduction and looks very good compared to the DSLR, which again is like 4 times the price. Sorry, I just realized I haven't played with the... there, look, I've shut the shutter. I can open it slightly. Hello there. Oh, it's like waking up. It's like you've awoken. Oh, I'm half asleep. Oh, I've moved the camera about now as well. My bad. The more I look at it, the more I like it. And the more I think it looks really good. I'm impressed with how quickly it like does the focusing. Hey, look at the thing I have. Boom. And it's like, yeah, that's the thing he has. Boom. I do like that. That's really good. So I'm going to set it to 4K. So you're going to get 4K. Hello, I'm a big boy now. Is it just me or does this look way better in 4K than it did before? That's very interesting. I think this looks so much better. To me, that looks incredibly good. So this is 1080p. This is what 1080p looks like. But I'm going to go up to 4K again because we're getting more detail with 4K. Okay, this is 4K. Again, it does look pretty good. Before I absolutely melt in this office, here's one more thing we can test. We can test the microphone, which again, I don't expect too much from. It's a webcam. We'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. Why not? Why not? We'll give it a go. It's fun, isn't it? Starting off here, we have a classic audio from the C920. So this is what the C920 sounds like. It's probably not great. It's not known for having a great microphone, but this is what it sounds like. C920, not great sounding. I can't even hear it and I know it's not great sounding. Now, this is the S800 you can hear. It is, I don't know how it sounds until I get into the edit, but this is what it sounds like. It seems to be recording mono. It's not stereo. It seems to be just mono, but that's fine by any means. It's a massive improvement. I don't know whether you'd want to use the webcam microphone. It might be good enough for like video calls and stuff, but if you're a content creator like me, then you probably want to try and use something a bit more dedicated for your microphone. But always good to test everything that this has, you know? Okay, and this is the sound of the Logitech StreamCam. This is the sound of the microphone here. So again, we've got lots to compare against. Again, like I said, you probably want to look for a dedicated microphone. You can get them fairly cheaply, but having it as backup is always a good idea. So can't fault it for that. I mean, there we go. That's my review for the S800. If you like the look of it, then I will put a link in the description. We can go check it out if you like the look of it. Actually, I think it's a very, very good looking webcam. against the stream cam's doing a lot of lighting. This room is not that light. The S800 is doing a lot better at recreating the actual light of the room. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know what you think to this camera. I'd love to hear your opinions in the comments. Like I said, if you want to go and grab it, the link will be down in the description. And thank you to Emeet for sending me out the camera so I can take a look. I do have another one of their cameras which they sent out, which will be interesting for me to look at as well. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!